And this is the fourth of 4 trips we're making to the islands, to Prisoners Harbor. Today I'm accompanied by my first mate, Rick Thurber.
9/11?
The illustrious Rick Thurber of backpacking fame. We'll be heading out today. It's about, I guess it's about 9:12 in the morning, and we'll be heading out momentarily. The wind is forecast to be 10 to 20 knots out of the west, with a light sea between 1 to 3 feet and 1 to 2 feet of chop. So should be an ideal condition, and hopefully we'll see some animals and just have a great trip over there. To be continued.
There's a very light chop, good cool wind time of morning, early and making good progress. So we're going to find out generally, by all accounts.
And there's the Union oil. And I'll tell you, they start looking pretty good when you're out at sea this long.
I actually kind of like them at night.
The fog is filling in over there on the coast.
Excellent weather. I'm surprised at this time of morning. It's kind of definitely the most active day of the night.
Okay, here's a picture to prove the fact that Rick is still alive. So if he doesn't make it home, we know that he made it out here, at least intact. So anyway, we are in Prisoners Harbor. We have the same roll that we had last time. I hope we are able to set a stern hook, but we have a few boats that are over here. We're one of the first for the weekend. We had very good wind coming over. The wind was in the 15 to 20 knot range, and we had chop but not a lot of swell, so we took a lot of water over the bow, but not too much actually in the boat. We got a little wet, but not too bad. Anyway, it's Friday afternoon, and it's probably about 4:30.
4:15?
4:15, and we will have dinner in a bit. We might go ashore, but the boat seems to be anchored. It's not moving too much, so, and that's good. We'll check back. Good morning. Sunday morning. We had another interesting night last night of rocking and rolling. We had a bunch of boats that came in for what they call the Escape from Prisoners race, which will be starting at noon today. They're going to sail off their hooks and go to, I think, Channel Islands for their race. It's a light mist this morning. We're kind of preparing the boat slowly for our trip home. Yesterday we went to Pelican Bay, had a nice hike about 2 or 3 miles maybe in length, and then we hiked to the southern overlook in the afternoon with Jill and Chad, who arrived at about 12. We also had dinner on their boat, a couple of glasses of wine, and fun conversation. I'm surrounded by liberals on this trip. Anyway, we'll catch up later. Are we on? We're live. We're leaving now. It's about 9:20. We have about 25.5 miles to go. Wind is out of the west at about 10 plus knots. Light chop, no swell to speak of. A lot of cloud cover, as you can see. We had a great night last night, a lot of fun. And we're leaving earlier than normal, but the wind is really going to be good. Looks like hopefully it'll sustain itself because we'll get back pretty quickly. So, why don't you pan to the west end there, Rick? The viewer can see.
What's happening here? There looks to be a big yellow banana following us.
That's right, at least it's afloat.
Oh, but there's something much bigger over here.
He was probably. Pretty active today. We saw one already. This is the second one. There's one that was going westbound as well. We'd be much closer.
Yeah. Well, I can see the whites of the captain's eyes.
It's full of brown. Clenched fists around the wheel. Captain sailors. Port now. We're about 4 miles off. All the way over. We had what looked like a pretty slow crossing about midway across. The wind died. We were only doing about 3 knots. So we kind of bobbed around for a few hours, for about an hour, I guess. And then we picked up a nice wind and we were making 6 knots. So all in all, it's been a really enjoyable trip. There's Rick waving. And I'm sailing and doing this at the same time, so I apologize if I'm shaking the camera.
Still see the island behind us?
Back. Islands, I guess, are visible. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but we saw some dolphins coming over and some seal. We may have seen a shark, I'm not sure, or a couple of them at the surface.